This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Filipina tennis sensation Alex Eala and American partner Jovic stunned the ASB Classic in Auckland, knocking out former world number 1 Venus Williams and partner Svitolina in straight sets. Barangay Ginebra and TNT both delivered statement wins to open their PBA Philippine Cup Final Four series. Creamline continues its roster reset for the 2026 season, officially parting ways with veteran setter Mafe Galanza. Pido Jarencio is staying at UST, with the Growling Tigers head coach set for a new 2-year extension backed by San Miguel Corporation. Former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury is coming back, announcing a return to the ring later this year for his first fight since his December 2024 loss to Alexander Usyk. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 5th of January. Now, here's our roundup. Teenagers Alex Eala of the Philippines and American Jovic knocked off former world number 1's Venus Williams and Svitolina in straight sets 7-6, 6-1 in a stunning upset at the ASB Classic Monday in Auckland. The young duo showed poise beyond their years, rallying from multiple deficits in the first set before carrying the momentum into a dominant second. Williams and Svitolina entered the match with 16 Grand Slam doubles titles combined, 14 of them from Williams alone. For Eala, it's a major confidence boost early in the season. She now turns her attention back to singles, facing Donna Vekic Tuesday in Auckland. 2 semifinal series and 2 statement openers. Barangay Ginebra and TNT both struck first as the PBA Philippine Cup Final Four got underway Sunday night. Our sports correspondent Zeus Valdez breaks down the first matches of the semis action.
Barangay Ginebra San Miguel withstood a monster performance from Junmar Fajardo and pulled away late to take Game 1, 99-90, against defending champions San Miguel Beermen. After a tight 3 quarters, it was Ginebra's bench that swung the game, with Ralcu and Norbert Torres knocking down timely shots, creating the separation that Gin Kings needed in the final period. Scotty Thompson led Ginebra with 22 points, while RJ Barrientos added 23 along with 7 assists, as Ginebra outscored San Miguel's second unit 54-29. The loss spoiled a historic night from Fajardo, who finished 27 points and 23 rebounds. But San Miguel paid the price at the foul line, making just 15 of 31 free throws and failing to hold a slim lead after the third quarter. Ginebra head coach Tim Cohn credited his second group for turning the game around, saying it was their energy that brought the Gin Kings back from an 8-point deficit and put them ahead for good. Cohn also acknowledged the effort of Japet Aguilar and Norbert Torres, who did what they could to slow Fajardo, even as the Beermen star still put up dominant numbers.
Well, we were very aware that they were the #1 team in bench points, and so we challenged our guys that we had to come out and really play well against Don Troiano and Jericho Cruz and Wami Johnson, Mo, all those guys. We knew we had to come out and play. And I thought they did a really good job of keeping the energy. We went down by 8 points, and it was really the second group, Jason and RJ, who brought us back into the game and got us a lead. So, and Ralph Koo, hitting big shots at big moments. Those were all huge things for us.
For Barrientos, the physical quarterfinal series against Converge served as a preparation, helping him adapt against San Miguel veteran backcourt, including Chris Ross and Jericho Cruz. In the other semi-final, the night belonged to adjustments, resilience, and defense. Talk and text tropang 5G stormed back from a 21-point deficit to steal Game 1 from Meralco 100-95, also at the Big Dome. Down 62-46 at the half, TNT head coach Shot Reyes took responsibility for the early struggles, admitting their initial game plan was picked apart. A halftime adjustment shifted the focus to one-on-one defense and stronger point of attack coverage, sparking a turnaround that flipped the game. Calvin Octana led the way with 28 points, including 9 in the fourth quarter as TNT closed strong at the free throw line. Rain ng Batak and Arar Pugoy provided the support, combining for 28 points, most of it coming after the halftime, as TNT erased Meralco's 16-point lead by the end of the third. Meralco almost regained the lead late in the fourth, but timely plays from Jordan Heading and Kelly Williams, followed by Optana's clutch free throws, sealed the comeback. With Game 1 in the book, Ginebra and TNT draw first blood as San Miguel and Meralco look to respond when both series resume Wednesday, once again at the Big Dome. Reporting for the Scorecard, I am Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
At 40 years old, Raymond Aguilar may fly under the radar, but his value inside Barangay Ginebra remains unquestioned. As online talk surfaced, head coach Tim Cone stood firm on the veteran's impact beyond the stat sheet. Our sports correspondent Zeus Valdez has the story.
For Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, one of the most silent pieces of the puzzle continues to deliver even at 40 years old. Head coach Tim Cone brushed aside online chatter surrounding veteran big man Raymond Aguilar, choosing instead to spotlight the work ethic and professionalism that keep him relevant inside the Gin King system. Cone said Aguilar's true value goes far beyond what appears on the stat sheet, pointing to his daily commitment, energy in practice, and consistent presence inside the locker room. Aguilar's role may often be quiet, but his resume is not. The veteran big man has been part of 7 PBA championships, accounting for nearly half of Barangay Ginebra's title, a testament to his longevity in his value across multiple championship runs. Cone emphasized that Aguilar's professionalism is a major reason he has remained with the organization for so long, calling him a player who earns respect not through noise but through consistency, discipline, and daily habit. Moments after Ginebra's series win over Converge, Aguilar's name came to fore after a viral moment on social media when Converge super rookie Juan Gomez de Leaño responded to a TikTok comment with the line, "Never heard of him." While the comment quickly gained attention online, Cone made it clear that inside the Ginebra camp, Aguilar's value has never been in question.
He's super special. He's been, he's 40 years old, and he thank you. And he practices like he's 20 years old. You know, he's a super guy. Team loves him. He comes to work every day, and there's a reason why he's been with us for this long. And we wouldn't be where we are without Raymond. Every day in practice, really busting his butt. We really appreciate him.
Now at 40 with 7 championships and 2 decades of professional basketball behind him, Raymond Aguilar continues to provide steady leadership, veteran presence, and stability as Barangay Ginebra San Miguel pushes forward in the PBA Season 50 Philippine Cup. Reporting for the Scorecard, I'm Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The Creamline Cool Smashers continue reshaping their roster ahead of the 2026 season, parting ways with setter Mafe Galanza. Galanza joined Creamline in 2023 and served as a backup to Kyle Negrito, contributing to the Cool Smashers' 2024 Grand Slam run. The younger sister of former MVP Gemma Galanza, Mafe saw limited court time during her more than 2 years with the 10-time champions. She was signed alongside Bea Bonifay for added depth, but opportunities were scarce. Bonifay left for Akari in 2025. More moves are expected as Creamline eyes a new-look lineup for 2026. Pido Jarencio and San Miguel Corporation are staying put at UST. With his 3-year contract now completed, sources say Jarencio is set to remain as the head coach of the Growling Tigers, with a new 2-year extension expected between the University of Santo Tomas and backer San Miguel Corporation. The two sides are scheduled to meet in the second week of January to finalize the deal and map out the program's next steps. SMC came on board in 2023 after UST endured 2 straight last-place finishes, with SMC sports director and UST alumnus Alfrancis Chua joining as special assistant for sports. After a rebuilding season 86, Jarencio guided the Tigers to back-to-back Final Four runs in seasons 87 and 88. He holds a 16-25 UAP record over the past 3 seasons. A busy night around the NBA with last-second heroics, big individual nights, and statement wins. In Phoenix, Devin Booker delivered at the buzzer, knocking down a three with 0.7 seconds left to let the Suns pass the Thunder 108-105. Booker finished with 24 points, while Jordan Goodwin came up huge off the bench, posting career highs with 26 points and 8 three-pointers as Phoenix completed a late comeback. In Cleveland, Cade Cunningham led the way as the Pistons held off the Cavaliers 114-110. Cunningham put up 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Dennis Jenkins caught fire in the second quarter to help Detroit secure the road win. And in Orlando, the Magic erupted in the second, scoring 41 points in the quarter on the way to a 135-127 win over the Pacers. Desmond Bane led the charge with 31 points as Indiana slipped to a 12-game losing streak. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the other games around the league. Tyson Fury is coming back. The former lineal heavyweight champion says he'll return to the ring later this year, his first fight since losing to Alexander Usyk in December 2024. Fury retired after that rematch loss to Usyk, the only fighter to beat him as a pro. Fury has a record of 34 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Known as the Gypsy King, Fury has retired before, stepping away for mental health reasons after 2015, then returning to win the WBC title in 2020, only to retire again in 2022 and come back months later. Now, Anthony Joshua is calling him out, pushing for a long-awaited All-British showdown, though Joshua is just recovering from injuries suffered in a fatal car crash in Nigeria. When we return, Meralco head coach Luigi Trillo is calling for more consistency from the officials as he raised concerns about after the Bolts were outshot at the free throw line against TNT Tropang 5G in their PBA Philippine Cup semifinals opener. Veteran columnist Homer Saison has an interesting take on Coach Luigi, which we will discuss later right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Meralco coach Luigi Trillo speaks out on officiating after the Bolts' free throw disparity against the TNT Tropang 5G. And veteran columnist Homer Saison joins us on The Scorecard tonight, live from Chicago. Hello, Homer, and I should say good morning because it is about 8:15 or 8:16 over there in the Windy City. Kamusta, Homer?
Okay lang, Anton. It's 8:16 over here.
Yon.
And, nice to hear from you again. Nice to see you. I mean, vicariously kasi you cannot see me for now. Sensya na, there's a glitch. Alam mo naman, the marvels of technology sometimes had its own mga hitches, kung baga, di ba?
Okay lang po. What's important is you're here.
Yes, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
All right, Homer, I read your article on Spin and you highlighted yung mga comments ni Meralco head coach Luigi Trillo. And the biggest comment was about the free throw disparity because TNT attempted 47 free throws, samantala itong Meralco just 19. So your take on that and yung mga comments ni Coach Luigi?
Well, ang sa akin lang, it's very disappointing because it's undeniable. Meralco was injured with a 25-point free throw disparity. Kasi nag-profit ng 25 free throws ang TNT. By the same token, there were other things that Meralco did not do on their end. Kaya natalo sila. And the problem is, yung culture dyan sa atin minsan kasi, I know, people react differently pag natalo. And that's why they're saying there are no rules in love and grief. Pero Pero alam mo, sometimes convenient kasi. It's so easy, lazy, and convenient to always blame the referees. Luigi Trillo himself said na we could have done better. He also pointed out na sa third quarter na notice pala niya na notice na nila na may disparity. That would have been the proper avenue to talk to the referees in between timeouts heading into the fourth quarter and say, hey, how can we do this? Why is the officiating so imbalanced? That's where you address your grievance, not by public lynching. So ang nangyari is this. Yes, they lost 25 points on the free throws, but here's the thing. They made more 3-point shots, 7-3, 12 points yan. They made more field goals, 37-29, that's 16 points. 16 plus 12, that's 28 points. That's more than enough to compensate for the 25 points you lost on the free throw line. So, kasi when there is a disparity, Anton, as you know, you're also a scholar in basketball. Pag may disparity na ganito, it's not always because mali ang referee or imbalance ang officiating or something nefarious. It could be na masyadong physical lang yung isang team. Like the New York Knicks back in the 90s. They always punish the Bulls so the Bulls would take more free throws. So, ganun ang nangyari. And then, like I said, yung Meralco, Chris Newsom is the face of the franchise. But the heart and soul is Cliff Hodge. This is a team that is anchored on defense. Defense is their calling card. Nenad Vucevic is a defensive genius. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot go there with the tenacity, the ferocity of a jealous lover na grabe ka magdepensa. And at the same time, you want the referees to blow their whistles like a soft whisper. Hindi ganon yun. So, basketball is adjustment. Not only on personnel, but how you adjust on how the game is officiated. I give you an example, like in the NBA Finals or in the playoffs last year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has had this notoriety as being a foul merchant. So, ang ginawa ng mga team is, okay, now he's getting calls, even if we breathe on his neck, foul na agad. So, how do we adjust? So, we adjust. You keep your distance, you don't reach in. You do the things that you do not put yourself in a position na pituhan ng referee. That's what Meralco should have done. And ako, those who have followed my columns at Spin know that I rail at officiating like it's a crusade. But in this case, I can't. The referees, nakita ko yung laro, there was no malfeasance here, there was no favor done here. Ang nakita ko lang is Meralco played the kind of defense that made them Meralco, which is tough, unrelenting, unyielding, and medyo lang, and then also, you have to factor, referees are human. And there's what you call the star power calls, di ba? Like Jordan back in the day, di ba? Maanuhan mo lang, foul na agad. TNT has the stars of Tana, Pugoy, Nambata. So, like I said, adjust lang sana ang Meralco. They could have just adjusted now. The referees are giving them these calls, the benefit of the doubt. Then how do we adjust? Instead, they went out there at the press conference. Luigi Trillo, a very nice guy. I've met him. I've spoken to him many times on the phone. Nagkasama pa nga kami sa Summer League sa Las Vegas one time. And, I like Luigi, but he's wrong here. The referees, kawawa, palagi na lang punching bag. The temerity, yun na problema sa atin, mga coaches minsan. The temerity to put others to blame when all you have to do is look at yourself in the mirror. So yun lang ang problema. Play. And at the end of the day, yung sinabi ko nga sa column ko, Andon, regardless of the noise that Luigi Trillo is making here, it should never obscure the fact na TNT is just simply the better team. Bigger, deeper, taller, and everything else. So I know it's gamesmanship, pwede yun. There are mahilig dyan si Coach Steve Kerr during the dynastic run of the Golden State Warriors. He was also notorious for being, a coach with such gamesmanship na inaano niya yung mga referees. And, I admire Luigi in some sense for doing that, but there are ways to do it. You can be militant without being strident. Di mo, malalo kang madehado pag, you publicly castigate the referees, di ba? Diba? So yun ang issue ko. Adjust to how TNT is playing and how the referees are officiating the game, and that's the tack that Meralco should approach instead of going on a public lynching and making all this noise and this nonsensical noise. So to me ang akin lang, those 47 free throws that TNT took and then 19 by Meralco, it slowed the game. Yun ang issue ko doon. It slowed the game. But, it is what it is. And it's not, the point I'm trying to make here, Meralco did not lose on the strength of those 25 free throws. Remember, they led by 21 points, Anton.
Mm-hmm.
They were humming like Bilyonaryo news channel. Seamless, effortless. Di ba? Parang ikaw, I watched you on the show. I've scouted you before. We were on a Zoom together way back when, during a Kai Soto press conference, and I'm watching you in Scorecard the last few weeks, and you do the show with such effortless grace. So ganon yung Meralco, they were humming like the electricity bill, nagham ang Meralco, but then they choked away 21 points. And then instead of going into their locker room and said, hey, what went wrong? They went to the referees, which was at the top of the broadcast, I said, lazy, easy, convenient. The scapegoat. Palagi na lang punching bag ang mga referees. Kawawa naman.
I appreciate the kind words, and hopefully those electricity bills this year don't go up too high. But for my next question, Homer, you mentioned the adjustments. Paano naman mag-a-adjust ang Meralco? What should Coach Luigi's instructions to his defenders be? Because we know that Oftana had 12 free throw attempts in that game. He made 11 out of 12. Dambatak also had 11 attempts from the free throw line. Paano naman dedepensa ng Meralco itong mga stars ng TNT, knowing that they will always get the calls?
Well, number one, you don't make contact. You can defend with your feet by moving your feet. That's what NBA coaches always emphasize. You can defend by moving your feet. You keep your hands up in the air where the referees can see. Do not reach in. Yun lang yun eh. And then, like I said, Oftana you have to give credit to TNT. Agresibo sila. They put the onus on the referees to make those calls. Kaya nga, if you are Meralco, you still can crowd a person without touching him, without reaching in. So yun ang mga little adjustments lang. Or you force them to pick up their dribble instead of giving them the lane. So those little nuances. But the last place that you should gleam is how the referees are doing or not doing their job. So yun ang mga ko. Again, that's gonna be a challenge because Meralco lives and dies on the ferocity of its defense. And if you do not do a little bit of, hip check here and there, hindi sila gaano ka-effective.
It's gonna be very interesting, Homer, kung paano sila mag-a-adjust. Let's see. We will observe the defensive adjustments of Meralco in game number 2. Homer, thank you so much for the time, and aabangan namin ang next column mo sa Spin.
Pleasure is mine. Hopefully next time I can overcome this glitch and then meron na tayong eye contact.
For sure.
But again, thank you. It was an honor to join the show.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is ours. Thank you so much. Homer Saison with us live from Chicago, USA. Alex Eala will open her singles campaign at the ASB Classic in Auckland. Let's get to know her formidable opponent and a possible scenario where she can test the mettle against former world number 1 tennis icon Venus Williams. All that and more when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. The ASB Classic is already in full swing in Auckland, New Zealand as the 2026 WTA season gets underway, and all eyes turn to Filipina tennis star Alex Eala, who opens her singles campaign against Croatia's Donna Vekic in the first round of the main draw. Eala comes in as the number 4 seed and one of the highest-ranked players in the field. Vekic, currently outside the top 60, is a player whose resume goes well beyond her ranking. She's a former top 20 player, a 4-time WTA singles champion, an Olympic silver medalist, and a proven big match competitor on the sport's largest stages. This is the first career meeting between Eala and Vekic on the WTA Pro Tour. It is a classic matchup: youth, confidence, and aggression against experience, power, and court awareness. Eala has already made a statement early in the tournament. In doubles action, she partners with Jovic to score a major upset over tennis icon Venus Williams and top seed Svitolina. That win has added even more buzz around Eala's campaign in Auckland. And the singles draw only adds to the story. Eala and Williams sit in the same half of the bracket. Now, if both continue to move forward, a quarterfinal clash remains in play. A generational matchup, the rising Filipina star versus a 7-time Grand Slam champion still preparing for one more run at the Australian Open. For Alex Eala, this tournament is about more than one match. The ASB Classic is a crucial hard-court stop in her build-up to the Australian Open and a possible appearance in the first WTA event in Manila. With strong form in doubles, a top 4 seed in singles, and growing confidence on tour, Eala is well-positioned to make a deep run this week. Every match sharpens her game, every round builds momentum, and every performance moves her closer to breakthrough territory on the WTA stage. Let's look at the details of Alex Eala's singles match tomorrow. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again on the Scorecard tomorrow, where sports is our business and business is our sport on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed week ahead. Good night.